Hillsong Conference 2016 was as inspiring as many other years have been. The highlights for me, and I'm Sue Moss, were that 7 young leaders from our Don Valley Baptist Church came with me to Hillsong 2016 conference this year. I love the trip to Hillsong 2016. We started at the Holbrook Submarine Museum, went on to the Wombeyan Caves in New South Wales, and I haven't seen any better in New South Wales before. These were just superb. We all loved them. Then the next day, after arriving in Sydney, we went to the Chinese gardens with my family, and all of us had a great time there. See the guy on the left? That's Nick from our church. He's going to perform shortly at Hillsong on stage before approximately 25,000 people in a short rap dancing competition that was unrehearsed by anyone who competed, and the crowd chose Nick to be the winner. The recording was made on a mobile phone, so it's not brilliant, but you'll see Nick, he's the white guy on stage, coming up shortly. What I like about Hillsong most, it's the way they try to build up the local church. They don't try to draw you to their church. There's never an invitation to their church. They aim to inspire people to go back to their own church and help make it grow. This is our own church. Lots of us come here. Don Valley Baptist, we love it. 2 years ago, Hillsong inspired me to volunteer to become the coordinator for the Valley Dinner program because Jenny Jackson was retiring. The elective on how to grow a young adults program that I did at Hillsong said that one thing they found very good was an after service party. So we normally fill this foyer with tables and chairs, and everyone after the evening service can sit down and have a very inexpensive and decent evening meal. At the moment they're getting set up for X Factor Youth, and a lot of the young adults that came with us to Hillsong are helping lead it. They're having a nerve wars battle in the next room. So that's one thing I got out of Hillsong last time. What I loved about Hillsong this year was Christine Kane's talk, and also the fact that my mum and Nari from her church loved it, thought it was awesome. My mum's 75, it was her first time at Hillsong, and they just wanted to come back again and encourage their church to come too. My dad said some of the sermons are good, but he didn't want to come back. And then on the very last night, as we're walking out of the auditorium, he said, I'm coming back. So that was really special for me. And I loved so much of it, particularly one episode that I hadn't planned to line up in queue for, but the other queue was too long for an elective, so I went into the Alpha and Omega program, and it was just perfect. It was just what my daughter needed to hear about. On the way to the airport, when Tiger Airlines cancelled the flight she had paid for, and she'd only paid $82.50, and she had to arrange new flights home for one day of university study in her Masters of Teaching, and it ended up costing her over $700 to get home to do one day of uni. She was so upset, but the Alpha and Omega seminar by Charles Newman was just perfect. It was about always putting your best foot forward no matter what the circumstances, and you never know who's watching and how many will turn to the Lord because of it. She even had to miss a wonderful elective she was in, run by 4 leading professionals in their field about how to prevent child abuse and abuse against women. Lastly, I thoroughly enjoyed the enthusiasm and quality singing of Nick and Dave in our camper one night, as they had fun putting together a list of songs for Nari, the worship leader from Mum and Dad's church, to take back with her. I love the fact that the songs Nick and Dave love to sing are also ones I love to sing too in our church. We hope they will help Nari draw more young adults to their church who might even play guitar and drums for them occasionally in their service, like Nick and Ash do in ours. We'd love to encourage you to come to Hillsong. It's not too expensive. The accommodation, parking and fuel from Melbourne to Sydney in the split of 8 ways came $189 per person. The Hillsong tickets are $249 until the midnight on the 24th of July 2016, and they'll gradually go up by over $100 over the next year. Please encourage a friend to come with you. You'll love it. You can sit in community groups with your own church, or everyone in Dark Valley Baptist